without much success. She'd recently looked up one of those Your Ideal weight charts online, probably sponsored by some fat-burning pill or weight loss program. She didn't scroll down far enough to find out the name of the company determining just how fat or skinny she was. All she saw on her computer screen was that for her age, 34, and her height, 5 feet 5 inches, at 128 pounds, she was 9 pounds over her ideal weight for a white woman. She had no idea what her race had to do with it. There was nothing on the form asking if she had any children or if she was single or widowed or divorced. That was more important than race, wasn't it? There were no children, and the divorce wasn't final yet. She told herself that half a pack of Virginia Slims a day and 9 excess pounds weren't so terrible under her current circumstances. She did her best to help her clients conquer what she couldn't. She'd been eking out a living at it for a month now, sort of. It wasn't quite a living, but she was making some money. Olivia used a combination of hypnosis and therapy in her work, but she didn't call herself a therapist. No, not anymore. Just 3 months ago, she'd been a counselor-therapist at the Portland Wellness Cooperative, working with some genuinely troubled patients. She thought she was doing some good. That had been before everything went to hell, and suddenly there was nothing left for her in Portland anymore. She'd moved, retreated had been more like it, to Seattle. Olivia had made up her mind back then that she didn't want to deal with people whose problems were any more serious than a bad habit or a curable addiction. She had a success rate of about 75% with her clients, or so the marketing analyst had recently told her. Many of those clients came back because they felt better after their sessions with her, or maybe because she'd become their new addiction. The majority of them were women. She'd taken on a few alcoholics, but most of the serious problem drinkers she steered toward AA, promising to waive her fee if they joined. The young man had said he needed her help to quit drinking. He didn't want to go to AA. "I drink to fall asleep most of the time," he told her over the phone yesterday. "It started out as kind of an insomnia cure, and I've been drinking pretty heavily for almost 2 years now. I'm a student, and it's really starting to affect my grades. I want to quit, but I can't seem to. Anyway, I'm hoping you can help me. Maybe we can discuss it when I see you tomorrow. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. No harm done, you know?" He'd said his name was Russ Leander, but according to Olivia's caller ID, the call had come from Stampler C. She should have known right then something was wrong. She'd assumed the young man on the other end of the line had been in college, and he'd borrowed his roommate's cell phone. But 35 minutes ago, she opened her office door to find this kid in her waiting room, and clearly he wasn't yet college age. Sitting on the sofa in the small anteroom, he looked about 15 years old. He was reading a magazine from the stack of periodicals on her end table. Gangly and pale, he had a mop of uncombed black hair and hauntingly beautiful blue eyes. His face seemed to be in transition from gawky adolescence to handsome young adulthood. He wore jeans, a faded red hooded sweatshirt, and black Converse all-star high tops. Something about him was familiar. When he glanced up at her and set aside the People magazine, he appeared so vulnerable and nervous. He quickly got to his feet. Clutching the doorknob, Olivia stared at him. "Russ?" He shoved his hands in his pockets and nodded. "Yeah, hi. Are you Olivia? I thought you'd be older," she said. "Listen, I'm sorry, but I don't take on clients under the age of 18, not unless they're accompanied by an adult guardian. How old are you exactly?" "Well, I'm 18, he answered. I just look young. You don't happen to have your driver's license with you, do you?" He glanced down at the carpet and said nothing. She started to feel sorry for him. "Are you even old enough to drive?" she asked quietly. "Of course I am. In fact, I drove here, okay? I'm 16, I swear." His face turned red, and he avoided her gaze. "I'm sorry I lied. I just really need your help. The truth is, I actually don't have a drinking problem. I only said that so you'd agree to see me." Folding her arms, Olivia leaned against the doorway frame. "I'm telling you this now because, well, I have a good feeling about you," he said.